Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is AGR553 binti Muhammad Asnan. Today I will present my case study of the current issues of agricultural economics. First of all, let me introduce about agricultural economic. So agricultural economic is an economic theory concepts that applied in the agricultural to optimize the productions of raw materials and the distributions of food and supplies to consumers. Okay, so the current issue or the topic that I choose is the increasing of input rice. Okay, the first article states that rice acres and yield down in 2022 due to well input cost factors. Meanwhile, the second article says that prices of fertilizers soar, threatening Asian rice input. So based on these two articles, the issues are rises of input costs such as fertilizers, chemicals, and fuel. In Vietnam, some farmers even reduced to use fertilizers from 10%. They reduced it until 20% because the prices of fertilizers is increasing. And lastly, the International Rice Research Institute predicts that yield of rice could drop until 10% in the next seasons, which is a loss of 36 million tons of rice. Also, it stated that the fuels prices increases from 10% to 50%. For chemical prices, it increases until 30%, and PET for fertilizers rises until 60%. Next, I will talk about the factor related to the issues. The fertilizers, chemical, and fuel are the input in agricultural productions, where this three is also the continuous production function, which means these three will be used continuously in the plantation. So it is an important materials in the plantations. Meanwhile, the yield of the rice is the input. So since the input prices increases, the cost of production also increases. So when the fertilizers price increases, the cost of productions for the rice also increases. Therefore, to lower the cost of productions, the input usage must be reduced, causing to lower in output productions, which means in order to lower the cost of productions, the usage of fertilizers must be also reduced. Therefore, reducing the usage of fertilizers can only produce less output, less yield of rice. So we can conclude that the Russia-Ukraine war affected the supply of fertilizers, chemicals, and fuel to the countries who need the supplies of the fertilizers for plantation productions. And less production of rice can lead to food crisis because we know rice is the staple food for most countries in the world. And fertilizers and chemicals is the important materials used in any plantations because we are using them continuously in the productions. So lastly, this is my references. All of these articles are taken from the websites, and all of the articles are released within 2022. That's all from me. Thank you so much.